Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm Farrell SC, and welcome back to our single-player series in ARK Survival Evolved. So, in the last episode, we actually went on up to the Murder Snow, the snow biome here on Ragnarok, and looked around, let's see, and we tamed up a few Uterannuses, which was actually kind of cool. But what I've been doing now is pretty much just going around and collecting all of these loot crates, any high-level loot drops that have been coming down. Pretty much just farming it, honestly. And we got some pretty interesting stuff. So, in the inventory, in the hotbar, you can see that we've upgraded actually all of our tools and our rifle. So, the hatchet is Mastercraft hatchet. I got it from one of the ringed red loot drops. Yeah, it has like 200 something durability on it, so pretty good. Nah, I'm not seeing any spawn over here. Alright, well, we'll move on to the next one. Best I could find was a journeyman metal pick. That has like 190, 200 durability, so again, will last us a decent while. The pike we were able to upgrade to a Mastercraft. The sickle we were able to upgrade also to a Mastercraft. And then finally, we were able to get on one of these loot crates out here in the desert a Ascendant long neck rifle, and not a blueprint either, the actual thing. The damage on it's okay. It's the durability that's insane. The durability is like 1,020, 1,030, something like that. So, pretty cool that we got that. Once I land here, once we actually try to find some of these loot crates, I'm going to show you the big surprises that I actually got from kind of just going around and doing this. And again, it doesn't take too long, especially if you have a faster flyer. Like, Argent's pretty damn slow compared to other stuff that you can bring here. Like, obviously a Griffin would work out pretty well. Haven't had too much luck with Griffins where their stamina is pretty low, so I don't know if that's just the thing or maybe I've just been unlucky. But all of my Griffins pretty much just burn out within the first like 30, 40 seconds of flight, so like, I don't know. Alright, where are we? Just need to make sure. Okay, so we're getting close to the next one. But we did get a few pretty cool things along the way. Just to go over the lesser notable items, at least. We did get a Basilosaurus saddle, so it's only, what is it? The blue one. Prentice, I think, is blue. We got a blue of that, though. So, I mean, eventually we might tame up a Basilosaurus. Alright, we're looking over two. Okay. Oh, nope, there it is. Cool. Alright. Cool. What else did we get? We got like a flak helmet, which it's a blueprint. I'm probably not going to actually ever use the flak helmet, at least at this point. I'm not going to show you guys the inventory right this second, because there's a lot of stuff in the area, but let's see what we got here. Another Ascendant metal sickle, and the Riot chestplate. Okay, cool. Let's see if there's anything coming for me. You're kind of close. I'm not going to bother with this right now. Okay, let's go over everything. This was the big one. We'll start off with the big one right away. Oh, wow, this is actually better than... No, I don't think the durability is as good. I'm not going to bother with it then. Yeah, this was the big one. 96 armor on this guy. Mastercraft Allosaurus saddle. I got this from another red loot drop in the area with a ring around it. But 405 metal ingot is not that bad. I mean, granted, it's 20 of them, so it's going to take a while, but it's doable, and it's pretty high armor-wise. Yep, that was the Basilosaurus saddle. That's the flak helmet. Again, I'm probably never going to use this. I probably will just either put it on the otter. I might put it on the jerboa, just so we're able to put skins and stuff on them, because that's obviously the cool part about having a little dino and everything like that. We did get this, the Ascendant Fur Cap. Eventually, I am going to craft this because it's 346 hypothermal insulation, which is great. I mean, it might get us to the point where we don't even need to bring the otter with us to the Murder Snow, which would be awesome. I did pick this up, another chest plate. Durability's a little better on this than the other one that we have, I think. But the hypothermic insulation's not as good, so we'll probably get rid of that. Ghillie boots, durability's pretty good on these guys. I might actually do this eventually because that'll give us just a whole ghillie outfit for the hotter conditions. The metal sickle we just got, the riot chest plate. Okay, it's pretty good. Needs a lot of silica pearls though, but that's okay. Spoiled meat, don't need that. This is the big one. We got an Ascendant Thylacoleo saddle. I'm just going to start moving a little bit, but yeah, the Thylacoleo saddle, pretty good drop. I got it from one of the loot crates out here. It has like 164 armor on it. It's not a blueprint, which kind of stinks, but I mean, we do have a decent amount of Thylas now where we can actually go breed them and everything like that. Try to get ourselves a, like, the perfect bred one, and then that's going to be the one that we're going to ride around with. I mean, at 100% imprint with that, the thing's going to be just a killing machine, basically. And then last but not least, I'm going to wait until we see another loot crate. I'm hoping there's a loot crate out here. If not, I'll just drop down because the Argent's going to need some stam anyways. Nah, I'm not... Oh, there it is. Sweet. So they do actually spawn out here. I mean, you're not going to get, like I mentioned in the previous episode where I actually did this, you're not going to get 5 out of 5 like every time. But I mean, like right now, what are we at? 2, 3. So it's not too bad. You get a decent amount right off the bat. And we get another Ascendant per chest plate. Okay, last but not least, this was another big one. This is a blueprint of Ascendant Uterana saddle, which the timing's incredible on this. 196.9 in armor, which is great. 19,000 fiber. I think it's like 4 or 5,000. Oh, 23,000 hide, which again will take a really long time, but it's still worth it. 7,569 metal ingot. Again, takes a while, but okay. 7,008 silica pearls. That's gonna take a long time because I don't actually know where like to go to get silica pearls, so we're gonna have to kind of look around and see. I think I know the answer. I don't want that to be the answer, being going into the ocean and stuff and going for the deep what are they called? I guess like the little caves where basically it's just a ton of silica pearls are there. I hope that's not the answer. I hope there's something on land that I can do because we don't have a good water mount that can actually get us down there. Oh my god, nice. Okay, and now we just got a Giga Saddle, 185, not bad. I think that's better than the one that we have. Cool. And then the other one is a Mosasaur Saddle. Okay, so we might be taming a Mosa eventually too. Alright, let me go over the plan basically right now. So I'm gonna fly back to the base, obviously. Not gonna be dropping this stuff off. I kind of organized over there just because it was cluttered and everything like that, so I kind of set it up where one of the smithies has the blueprints, the other has supplies, and then I set up a couple of like storage boxes just for random stuff that we don't need to hold on to while we're flying around. Here's the plan for today. I went out, I crafted a ton of cryopods. I think it was another like 35 cryopods. I'm gonna let this guy rest for a minute. I have like another 35 cryopods. I think what we're gonna do is I am gonna fly the Argent over to the Highlands. I'm gonna take basically all the tames from here, take all the tames from the Highlands, go over to Scorched Earth, get all the tames from there, and we're bringing everything back to the island. It's going to be a major haul back. Not only that, we're going to take all the items too, so it's going to be a ton of trips. I'm not going to do this on camera, obviously, because this is going to take me... It's a lot. It's going to be... I mean, just in our base here, what is it, 50 items I think you can only take with you, which I'm only going to be able to carry, what? 45 items at a time because I have to at least be able to hold on to food, water, and then my armor so I can survive out here. And Hey, you know what? Maybe if we just had the otter with us, we might be able to survive all this. I'm hoping. But that's going to be a lot of going back and forth. Same thing in the Highlands, going back and forth. And then do the same thing in Scorched Earth, back and forth. Everything I'm taking back to the island. I don't want this series to basically be like, oh, let's just hang out on Ragnarok for like 45 episodes. And then, because obviously we all know this is the best place to get your high-level teams. I don't want to turn this into just a complete Ragnarok series, essentially. So I want to basically get back to the island, because again, that's where our main base is. I want to actually build on our main base. I think, well, I know, we're already cluttered with the dinos as it is. Yeah, it's about to be insane, because we actually have more dinos on us right this second than I do in all of the island. Plus, we have to go to Scorched Earth, which has all of my Rexes, has 4 or 5 Argents, I want to say. But yeah, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a big, big, big haul. Like I said, I'm going to do all this off camera, but I think the plan is, once I get back to the island, we obviously have these saddles that we're going to have to make, which they require a lot of metal. So I think the first game plan is we're going to actually try to get enough metal to make a industrial forge. Takes a lot of stuff. I think it takes about 1,200 metal ingot, which is a lot. But we do have 5-6 Argents. We'll be able to basically take the Ankylosaurus up to the volcanic area. Let it just get a ton of metal. Put all of it on the Argents. Take it on back. It should only take us, what, 1 or 2 trips max to get the 1,200. And then, I mean, that's the biggest haul. Everything else is relatively easy for the industrial forge to get. And then at that point, all we have to do is just honestly just make, I don't know, 4 or 5 trips. And we'll be able to make at least, I don't know, 1 or 2, probably 1 or 2 saddles to start. I mean, 20 is going to take a while, especially when it comes to the Allosaurus. The Uteranus is going to take a lot too. I'm going to have to kind of look up and see where's the best place to get silica pearls and everything like that. That's going to be, that's probably going to be a totally different day, if I'm going to be honest. The plan is, though, once we get back to the island, that's going to be the big plan. Kind of give you future episodes here. Probably eventually I would like to, obviously we're going to have to breed all of the Uteranuses. We're going to have to, breed all the Thylacoleos. We're going to have to breed, what else do we have? We do have mammoths now, so we got to breed those. We got to breed dire wolves. We got to breed, what else did I get along the way? I don't know. I mean, we have a ton of stuff that we're going to have to breed. We're going to have to get the best of the best of. And eventually, we may start working with mutations. I think that's going to be after the boss fight, though. Oh, let me give you an update on the allos. So all the allos are roughly around that 200 and... Let me just pull this guy out. He's probably going to be the best of the best, though, honestly. He's 271. He's got 504... melee with 15-7. I actually clicked it an extra time, so he got a little bit more of a boost when it came to the health. But all of them are roughly around 15-5, and then I'm just bumping melee. So they're all ranging around that 260, I think like 265 to 270 range. So they should be pretty good. I think just by themselves they would actually be pretty good. Not only that, we have the Allosaurus saddles that we're making. And then we're going to go into battle with the Uteranus. I don't know if I want to use one of the Uteranuses, like one of our useless non-breeding Uteranuses, or breed the best of the best. Get a perfect male, get a perfect female, and then ride that offspring into battle, basically. But yeah, it's going to be a lot to do, and I already realized that this whole talk has taken almost 15 minutes to do. So I'm going to jump off. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to bring you guys back once we get back to the island, and it's just going to be, it's going to be a shit show, because there's going to be dinos everywhere. There's going to be just unorganization and everything, and yeah, I think we need to get everything organized and get everything back to the island. So I will bring you guys back in a while. Alright, so it actually wasn't too bad. I actually took out one of the other Argents, which is carrying a decent amount of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a long trip. I am on the biggest map, and we are going pretty much all the way up to the Highlands. So it is going to be an absolute trip and a half. This, I think I'm going to have to switch some stuff out. You know what? I have these 2 oil pumps. I'm going to drop those. I don't actually need them. That helped a little bit. How is he doing? I think we're okay. I might actually drop them down and kind of switch it around a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be a long trip. So I will bring you guys back once we get up to the Highlands, which is going to take a really long time. And then on top of it, we're going up to the Highlands, getting them, and then we have to go all the way across the map again, over to Blue Obelisk, because to be honest, Blue is going to be the safest. And what I'm actually planning on doing is, obviously, I can only bring over like 40-45 items at a time. So what I think I'm going to do is, when I get over to the Highlands, we're going to take the rest of that stuff, bring it on over. Once we get to Blue Obelisk, I think I'm going to, let me just make sure he's still, okay, good. Because you do actually have an issue there, that if the Argent gets too far behind, you lose the Argent, and then it's just a whole big mess. But once we get over to Blue Obelisk, I think I'm going to throw out maybe, I don't know, I have another Argent inside a cryopod here. I might throw the Argent out and just stack them all with weight. And I think I'm going to put down a bed right in the Blue Obelisk. So what the plan is then I'm going to actually take whatever the amount of items I need to take over to the island. Currently at the island, I do already have a whatchamacallit, a bed at Red Obelisk. At Red Obelisk, I think there's pretty much an Argent already there. Either an Argent or a Pteranodon, I can't remember. But I do have some Argents over on the island. So the gist is that I'm going to upload, download onto the island, take everything out, put it onto the Argent, fly the Argent over to the base, put stuff in a storage box, fly back over to Red Obelisk, pick everything up, basically go back over to Ragnarok here, land at Blue Obelisk, empty some stuff into the transmitter, upload back to the island, and rinse and repeat. It's basically, it's going to take me a really long time, but that's the plan. And then we have the riskier portion, which is going to Scorched Earth and rinsing and repeating there, when the safest place to do this, you better be behind me. Okay, good. The safest place to actually do it is yeah, the safest place to actually do it on Scorched Earth is right where the Capros are. So it's not safe at all. But, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. But I'm going to have to do a rinse and repeat basically there, too. But, yeah, the gist is that we're going to have everything at the island base. It's going to be a little bit of a, it's going to be a little cluttered and a little unorganized. I'll probably do that before the next episode, like off camera and everything like that. I'm not gonna, excuse me, gonna have to see kind of how much we're actually looking at. I did actually have to go through and dump a lot of stuff too, even at the somewhat pseudo base that we were basically just at. I had to actually dump a decent amount of stuff too, because I had doubles and triples of certain things. And I just realized too, like, as we're going through the desert right now, where are we in comparison to the loot drop? Right over there. So, I mean, I gotta fly that way pretty much anyways to go to Highlands, so might as well, if there's gonna be a loot crate here, you know, might as well pick it up. I'm gonna have to land though in a second. Let me just drop down. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna drop down over here just so we're away from that vulture. Yeah, everything else I can handle. It's the vultures that are a bit of a pain, because they'll actually, like I've mentioned, they actually, and you guys I assume already know this, they actually attack you. They'll actually damage you, not the actual Argent. So you got to be careful for that, especially when they gang up on you. But yeah, basically, like I said, it's going to be a really long trip. You know what, I may switch some stuff out now, just to give Because it seems like this Argent is able to move a little bit quicker. Yeah, I think that's that one. There we go. Alright, so we should be actually a little bit better now. We'll see what the weight-wise is. I might have to kind of move it around. But I will bring you guys back once we get to the Highlands, and then rinse and repeat. I'm going to take basically... I might just bring you guys back, actually, once I get all the way to the other obelisk, because... obviously, I'm just going to basically get to the Highlands, drop everything, take everything, and rinse and repeat. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to bring you guys back when I get all the way to Blue Obelisk, and then we'll start the uploading and downloading process, basically. Bring you guys back in a bit. Alright, and we are back on the island. So I actually was able to bring everything over. And I organized the base a little bit, so let me show you what we got. So this is all of the Argents that I've collected along the way. These guys are going to be going on a little trip with us. We're going to head over to the volcano to get a lot of metal because, yeah, we're going to need a ton of metal, even with the Mastercraft Allo Saddle. But let me kind of show you around. So, got 2 cryopods. They weren't cryo fridges, sorry. They weren't too bad to do. We actually had a ton of the resources already here, so it was actually pretty easy to get these guys done. I did also go in and actually fill these guys up with cryopods. So we are, I'm going to say, pretty much set for the entire thing. So we have all these cryopods in here. We have, obviously, all the dinos in here now to make it a little bit easier for us. I have the allos separate in this one because each time I'm making a saddle, throwing one out, leveling it, throwing the saddle on it, putting it back in, rinse and repeat, basically. So I've only made 2 so far. We do have a ton of fiber here. We do have a ton of hide here, but yeah, it's the metal that's going to be a bit of an issue. But let me walk you through each one. So basically, we now have them kind of names. So blueprints specifically in this one, weapons and armor because we have a lot of that stuff. Saddles are just going to be in there. These are trophies and costumes. I'm actually going to change this to miscellaneous because it started out as trophies and like costumes and skins and stuff, but it ended up kind of becoming everything and anything basically in here. So got a few things in here, but then I also have this one here that just has stuff that I don't really have a place for it right now. What else do we have? Over here. Specifically chitin, specifically keratin, specifically oil, and specifically hide. I also have some of these guys filled up. So this one specifically I think has charcoal and then a little bit of chitin just because that's all filled with chitin. So I don't know if we're going to ever need like that amount of chitin, but you never know. In this one, I think I pretty much put all of the spark powder, a little bit of hide too, which I'm actually going to take out of here. So all the spark powder that we have. And then this right now pretty much has everything that I have. Like I said, I made 2 saddles already. They take 405 metal ingot each, so it does take a lot, but yeah, it's actually not too bad. So the plan for right now, though, is we are going to head up to the volcanic... I keep saying volcanic region. The volcano. I have the Enki here with us, so I'm going to pretty much just bring this guy up there. We're going to run around, get a ton of metal, load it onto the first Argent, and then run around with the Enki, load up this Argent, load up this Argent. We're going to have a ton of metal coming back. So we'll see how much we get. I think the plan is to... I was kind of thinking about making like another big house basically like right over here just for the dinos, but we have the cryo fridges, so I think we're pretty good there. But I think I am going to knock out a little bit of this area. I may use this side. We're going to end up putting the big industrial forge here. I think that's the next step for us. Reason is, yeah, this is only 400, metal right now and everything, and we do have a lot of the forges down there that we can have running, but to be able to just have the big industrial one right here where we could just throw everything in, put a little bit of gasoline in there, which is going to be pretty easy at this point to come by. because we could take the Argents up to the frozen region and just completely get every single piece of oil, just put it on these guys, rinse and repeat. I mean, we have a big just flying army at this point, and they're all pretty high in weight. I mean, obviously none of them are bred, imprinted, and stuff. We'll get to that eventually, but for now we're just going to use these guys just to gather metal. And yeah, I think we'll be doing pretty good. So, but I will meet you guys on up there just so we could start this process. But this is going to be, yeah, it's going to take a while. But I will see you guys in a bit. Alright, so it's honestly, it's pretty easy actually just to get the metal. The only downside is when you have a lot of these Argents, you just have to drop them in the, you have to have them not follow you in the best spots, so I've pretty much dropped them all over there. It's going to be a long process though. The one thing is that you can't actually have them, like, follow you, because they actually move a lot obviously, they move faster than the Ankylosaurus, so they actually will trap the Ankylosaurus. They basically surround it, and then you can't even move. So it's a bit of a, you know, probably not the best I brought all of these guys, but basically it's going to be a bit of a challenge here. As you see, yeah, we're already getting blocked in, basically. Yeah, so we're pretty much trapped at this point. But again, this is, it's a bit of a process. All you have to do is kind of just have them all follow you specifically. Oh, wait, I have them following the Yankee. Basically, just move all of them further down the path, and then have them not follow you, and then you might get one or two trapped over here. You follow. And then just rinse and repeat. Basically, just take the Yankee, move them along, get some... No, you're not gonna... No. Alright, let's try that again. Nope, over two. There we go. Just get some metal, and then rinse and repeat. Basically, I'm just gonna fill the Yankees, fill up the weight on the Yankee, throw it on an Argent, and then just keep going. Basically, just rinse and repeating. This is gonna take me a really long time to do. But the end goal is that obviously I want to be able to tame up. I want to be able to get the other 18 aloe saddles. But also, we're going to first start off by getting the refining forge, like the big one. I forget what it's, industrial forge or industrial whatever. That's going to be the first part just because then we can load a ton of metal into that. It's going to be a lot of trips and everything, but in the long run, the bigger forge is just going to work wonders for us, basically. But yeah, I will bring you guys back once, yeah, this is going to take a while. I'm going to bring you guys back once I have the industrial forge up and running, or at least we're able to craft it, and then go from there, basically. But like I said, I will bring you guys back in a bit. Alright, so we are on our way back now. This took forever to do. I'm going to take one final rest here, and then I think the Argent should be able to get back the rest of the way. But yeah, they are all pretty much filled, so if I were to guess, I probably have, let's see, 600 plus, probably 600 to 800 metal ore on each of them, roughly. Probably a little bit more. So yeah, it's gonna take a while to smelt on up, but hopefully we can get this all done, get the industrial forge going, and then we could really start pumping out the metal. But I will, yeah, bring you guys back in a little bit just to show you what we got going on. Alright, and we're back. So it took 2 trips to get everything basically that we needed, but yeah, we're all good. I have the 2500 metal ingot ready to go, a little bit more crystal, a ton of cementing paste. Oil and polymer are right on the money, 400, 400, so we are good. Oh, I need gas. Alright, let me just take it from this, actually. Come on, gimme. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna put it right back in anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. Here we go. Turn on. Let's get the forge. Alright, we got that. Turn off. Alright, yeah. So pretty much, I'm just gonna pretty much set it just right here. I already had the foundations and everything ready to go. But yeah, should be... set it like... yeah, that's fine. And we're good. So the big thing is now, I am just going to keep getting a ton of metal. I'm going to fill this guy up as much as I need to, because we need a total of... I did the math before I actually took the calculator off. I think it's like 7,700 total metal ingot to make the rest of the 18 saddles that we need. Which this guy filled up only makes about 5,900. So I'm going to be cranking this guy to full. I'm going to be using the little forges that we have inside, the refining forges. I'm going to fill those guys up, and hopefully, yeah, I think by the next episode we might be ready to try our hand at Gamma again, Gamma Broodmother. The aloes are pretty much ready. I mean, I have them cryopotted. I have them in the cryofish, so they're getting... I think it's 2 times passive XP, something like that, when they're in the cryo fridge. Could be wrong, but we do have a Uranus. I don't think I'm going to actually... I don't think I'm actually going to breed the Uranuses and stuff yet. Wait till we get the perfect one, whatever. I kind of just want to get the Gamma out of the way. I think we're all leveled enough. I think this should go a lot more smoothly. All of the aloes have at least, I think it's about 5,000 extra hit points, and all of them right now are pretty much going up to about 578 melee. But on top of that, they're still in the cryo fridge and everything, so they're going to keep leveling and everything. So I'm hopefully going to go into this battle probably around 600, I'm hoping, melee XP for all of them. So... I do need to feed them and everything, though, too. But I think the next episode is going to be round 2. I think that's what we're going to go with. So I'm going to be doing a lot off camera. I'm going to end the episode here. I'd like to thank you guys for watching the episode. Hope you liked it. I know it's a little bit shorter this time, but was a lot of work off camera. Transferring everything on over to here. Organizing the base. Building, obviously, this guy, and then all the stuff that I'm going to be doing off camera now is going to take a lot of time. But again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching the episode. Hope you liked it. I know it wasn't as fun and exciting as they usually are. It was just a little bit more like grinding. But the next episode should be a lot more interesting. But again, thank you everyone for watching the episode. Hope you liked it. If you did, leave likes, leave comments down below. The likes are big right now. That's pretty much, I think, what I'm going to be pushing for, because the likes give me more views, which then, in turn, will most likely give me more subscribers, which is overall just going to help grow the channel. So if you liked the video, smash that like button. If you liked any of the other previous videos, smash that like button. If you like the series, not only subscribe, but yeah, smash the like button. I think that's the main goal at this point, is just getting those likes as much as possible. But yeah, again, thanks everyone for watching the episode. See you in the next one. It's going to be an exciting one. Have a good one, everyone.